Hey folks, how's it going? So, I just downloaded all my gear from my trip yesterday, and I've arrived at a point where I'm pretty sure I need to go ahead and retire this reel. I've had this thing for literally maybe 15 years at least at this point. It's done me really well, caught me a lot of fish, but there's things in it that just can't tolerate anymore in terms of it costing me time and performance on the water. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one of my other slightly old but less old spinning reels, and I'm going to take the line off of a different reel that I want to put 40-pound Berkley X9 on, and I'm going to move that 20-pound braid to this reel right here. This one also has 20-pound braid, but it's very old, so I'm going to do what's called line flipping. And if you want to see how this is done on a bait caster, definitely check out Chad Hoover's version of this video. He's the one who showed this to me recently, which made me have the idea to go ahead and do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this attached to this rod, get this line off of this reel, and then I'll show you how to set up to bring the line from the other reel, the newer line, onto this reel. All right, so I now have all of the braid off of this reel. The only thing that's on here right now is the monofilament backing, and you use that on a spinning reel to keep the braid itself from getting dug into itself. Now when I go ahead and connect this line to the 20-pound braid I'm going to put on here, what I'm going to use is an FG knot. But first things first, I have to get the line out the guides and off of this other reel so I can take it off there and get it onto this one. Now the rod I'm going to be taking it off of is actually my Katie Lynn custom spinning rod. Now the FG knot is one of the best knots that I've used. It's actually my favorite knot for attaching one line to another. It's feeling pretty good. And you can see how thin this actual knot is. It's great because it passes through guides very easily, and it's very, very strong. I've never had it fail me. And now, once I set the drag on the reel I'm taking this line from, I can go ahead and have an automatic tension applied, because that's one thing when you're applying line to a reel, you want to have just the right amount of tension, not too much, not too little. I'm going to find that tension right now by just in the drag. That should be it right there. All right, let's see if this is going to work for me. And it looks like I have it a little bit too tight, so I'm going to adjust that. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to run this until I fill up this spool right here. This spool is just about filled up now, and I still have some extra. And I think that's enough. Any more than that, and I think it'll be a hindrance for me. This reel on my light rod has 20-pound Power Pro that is essentially brand new. This line has been down covered at the bottom of my 4000 series reel. Save a lot of money, and you prevent waste, because if I had just removed all the line off of that other reel and gotten rid of it so I could put Berkley X9 on it, the 40-pound, it's all would have been wasted. This line's virtually brand new, and now it's filled this spool and I can use it, save a little bit of money. And you can see how much I took off there. That spool was darn near full before. This 4000 series reel has a lot of line capacity on it. Now I'm going to get the rest of this off of there, and then I'm going to replace it with the Berkley X9. So a few important notes when you're getting ready to spool up here. Make sure you don't have any twists around your rod tip. Make sure you don't have any twists around the spool or the pencil or whatever you're using to get that line off. Those twists can end up creating a lot of heat friction as the line comes and passes through your guides, and you don't want that. It weakens your line. But with that being said, let's get to reeling and get this thing filled up. And again, as I'm doing this, I'm making sure to keep just the right amount of tension on that spool as it's coming off the roll. This reel is now full up. Just used the very last bit of line right here, and we'll be good to go. I'm going to put my quick tactical clip back on here using a Palomar knot. And folks, that's it. That's how to go ahead and flip your line, at least on a spinning setup. And again, if you want to see it on a bait casting setup, I'll do one of those down the line. I don't have a need to do that right now, so I'm not going to. But I'll do one of those down the line. And if you want to see one sooner than that, make sure you check out Chad Hoover's channel, which again, I'll leave a link to in the description of the video where he showed how to do this on the bait caster setup. This line is now ready. There's a big snakehead, maybe some reds and specks. We'll see where the year takes us. Thanks very much for watching, folks. If you have any questions, let me know. If you enjoyed it, found it useful, Please like, share, and subscribe, and have a good one.